fucking.
She had the cool boots.
Cool
When
boots,
she's
man.
about to get banged.
Yeah, they look like Cole Haan's.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Or like the little bubble. I don't know what those little bubbly bumps are on the bottom. But welcome to another episode of Specrapular. We are a podcast that talks about movies and shit, mostly shit. And I am one of your hosts, Brandon Aquino. But of course, I am joined by my best friend and confidant, Mike Vera.
I call those adult contemporary shoes.
Oh, that she's wearing? Okay. Well, there's a lot of those styles of shoes now where it's fancy comfort. Like Cole Haan does a lot of those. Florsheim does a lot. I like Florsheim. I do want some shoes like that where they have that rubber sole, the softness to them. But I'm like, I'm not spending $190.
I got these.
Those are Nikes
for my birthday. I'm just saying. I thought you the rubbery.
Oh, okay. No, I got you. So the shoes that I wanted to buy you actually are these. They were these. Don't mind the tongue because I have my tongue. I don't like to tie it all the way to the top, so I could show the Adidas logo.
Yeah.
But these are Lucas Puig's and they're $12.
It's your Puig.
He's a French professional skateboarder.
You know they are.
Yeah, fucking the worst. So, Mike, how are you?
Doing all right.
Okay.
My vacation's almost over, so
You were off this whole week?
I'm a little bitchy.
You fucking piece of shit. No, that's cool. We're gonna record video today, but Mike and I, knowing that the two idiots that we are, we didn't communicate well.
No.
How we're gonna record,
or at all, really.
Yeah. So I was under the impression Mike was coming to me, but then when I get up this morning, Mike's like, "Hey, let me know when you're on your way." I was like, "Bye bye." And so it's kind of rushed, but it's okay because we'll record next time, and so you guys just hear our sultry, sexy voices.
Plus, we both have some janky ass haircuts right now, so it's better that
I'm okay with it. So it's been a couple weeks since I've had this cut. Initially, I didn't like because it's short. I'm okay with it now because it's getting to a certain length where it's just okay. And I love my barber; she's great. But it's like 1 out of every 5 is good.
Okay.
And then the other 4.
Oh, wait,
right.
no.
Yeah, that's not
I thought
good.
you were going to say 1 out of 5 is bad.
No. Like the 4 are not bad. Just not that good.
You know what it is, though?
You are a fucking idiot.
You're very particular.
Oh, I am. I am.
Annoyingly so.
So I didn't even drink any of that.
So you only liking one. But like... I think it's like
sweet.
It's like a perfect storm of you being a little bitch, and then everybody kind of hating their haircuts.
Is that how you do it? Like that? It's not a handshake.
No, it's like a
yin yang.
The storm's coming together.
Okay, I think it's like I thought you said. This would have been great visual medium for this episode. So
like those cold Canadian air coming, and then the hot Gulf air coming up, creating that.
It's like the Alaskan, the ocean.
Right,
up
that's
in
what I
Alaska.
just fucking said. Now we're just repeating what I said more terribly.
No, I think I'm gonna say it more on a level where people will understand it better.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, but I also think of those memes of like, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's buff arm and Carl Weathers' buff arm, and it's like being particular. And then being whatever, and then obviously you meet in the middle.
I guess
so
I like that one. And I was just joking. That was just a joke about haircuts. I wasn't actually. But I remember last week you were talking about your haircut. But okay,
that was 2 weeks ago, a little longer.
I mean, you do look terrible, but that's just in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, 1 out of every 4, fucking like the tits. But those other 4, they're not bad.
It's not a good
ratio. It's not.
But I'd imagine if you were to try to find another one, like it would be.
So I do already have another one. So this other one isn't too far away either.
Sylvia's gonna be fucking destroyed.
Tina, that's okay, good try. But they're $30 a cut.
I said Sylvia because that guy's character's name is Silvio. So.
Which really quick, I'm sorry, he didn't have to die.
We'll get into it.
Okay. So anyway, the haircuts, I'm fine with them because I greatly value my barber. She's great, reasonably cheap, and yeah. But anyway, Mike, so what movie are we reviewing today? We
are recording.
We talked for 3 minutes of fucking shit.
2015's Sicario. Directed by Denis Villeneuve. Written by Taylor Sheridan.
Oh, that dickhead.
He's a dickhead?
Yeah, I hear some shitty shit about him in Yellowstone.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, not like creepy
like
stuff.
Oh, okay.
But,
just being a douche.
Yeah, just being an asshole. Yeah.
I kind of expect all directors and producers to be
I know, right? Oh, fucking who are we thinking?
I mean, look at my best friend.
Hi. I'm not that bad. Continue, please. Tell me more.
Hold
on a second. No, I'm
okay.
kidding.
A little synopsis here. We got an idealistic FBI agent is enlisted by a government task force to aid in the escalating war against drugs at the border area between the U.S. and Mexico. Starring Emily Blunt as Kate Macer, Benicio del Toro as Alejandro, Josh Brolin as Matt, Daniel Kaluuya as Reggie, Jeffrey Donovan as Steve. That's the guy with the glasses. Victor Garber, of course, as the shipbuilder.
Titanic, yeah.
And John Bernthal as Ted. Damn.
What are your first thoughts about this movie?
I'm trying to remember when I first saw it. I don't think I liked it. I didn't love it, other than the shootout at the border.
The tension of that scene.
I was like, oh, this movie's a fucking bummer. Now that I watch it more, it's even more of a bummer. But it is good. I can put it on and enjoy it.
Yeah,
but it's a fucking it's a watch.
Yeah, like for Emily Blunt's character and Daniel's, like they're just treated like shit.
Yeah.
The whole time. So not only by Brolin, by other people, like you find out at the end they're only really there because they need a domestic organization as they do their raid. Kind of shitty, right? To be used like that.
Yeah. Which is funny because you don't really think of like there's always a bigger fish because they're like FBI agents. I'm like, oh, they have some authority. Like, now they're
like the bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel.
Like it's like what DOD's top than CIA or CIA.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's an actual tier, but I mean, in this movie, it's funny to see him like that.
Yeah. So to start from this movie from the kind of beginning, which we have on the background right now. But my first note is only woman in the FBI or something, or just in general, the only woman.
Clarice.
Yeah, and like you don't see a lot of women.
And really. Clarice's partner, who may have been her love interest, I can't remember.
Perfect. But like even in the raid at the beginning, like the only woman. Not to say that women aren't in the FBI or law enforcement or something like that, but hey guys, let's have some diversity.
It's funny. I just watched that Blue Angels documentary, the IMAX
about
one.
The jets.
And I'm sorry, literally last year they just hired their first demo pilot.
Okay.
That actually went up.
Okay.
They showed her getting picked in the movie, and then she actually went up and is flying now.
She is the first and last. She's already gone. Yeah. So she just killed someone. Like she's just owned that guy in the room, right? He shoots at her. She maybe dives. I don't know.
Kate, you mean?
Yeah, Kate.
Okay.
Sorry. She dives, kills the guy. And then when they tear the drywall off the wall, she's vomiting.
So, wait, you didn't set it up. So Kate and her task force,
okay.
they're...
I don't know if it's her task force, is it?
Well, I think it says she's
she's the kidnap. Yeah, she's like part of... Okay, sorry.
She's like the kidnap unit, so they're looking for people. Yeah. They go into this house thinking to find...
Hold on, I'm sorry. I always interrupt you. Whatever happened to the people they're looking for? I don't think they ever go back to that at all.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of gets...
Okay,
sweet. Everything get left sunset. So
she's going in there as a task force to find these kidnapped people.
And they walk in. They uncover a bit of murderousness drywalled into the walls. Assuming victims of the drug trade.
Yeah, or something.
I don't know.
Yeah. And it's interesting because once they take the drywall off, that's when they smell them. So is that like reinforced drywall? Do you think that like a smell won't get through that?
They look pretty fresh, so they probably haven't really got down to the nitty gritty of decomposing yet.
You think rigor mortis, Dick? I think that'd be... It was just me thinking about the dick? Okay.
These little boxes halfway down the wall are built into the drywall? What are those for?
What are those bulges on there? And it's only on certain parts of the wall.
Are these little things I'm supposed to sit on?
Yeah. I put my foot on it when I'm trying to sleep.
I'm trying to damage you.
Yeah. So dead bodies in the walls. They find them accidentally, mind you. So they might not have never found those. They might not have found those if that guy didn't miss his shot, right?
That's interesting to think about. Yeah. Well, if that guy didn't even shoot, they would have just raided the house. Just three Mexican dudes hanging out, like, hey, what's up?
In a house with
no furniture,
a car back seat as the sofa.
I mean, but like some shady shit's going down in there that just happened to not be at that time.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone would have been like, why do they redo all these walls?
Yeah.
Because you can see all the drywall tape and shit. So
what's up with all this stucco around here and shipping on the ground? Like, what is this shit? So they find the bodies. Well, she kills the guy, and then there's the dead bodies on the wall. Then that's what causes her and others to just profusely vomit. So my thought about that is, well, Has she never seen dead bodies like that before?
I think it's the smell.
But then if you think about it, is it because it's super hot that the bodies get all stinky stink like that? Because
It's
you're right.
decomposing.
I understand that, but all right, fine. You know what? I just think that she as an FBI agent, and Daniel as he's done a couple tours in Iraq.
Yeah, but she's not like. They're not on like the serial killer task force, so they may not have seen
Sure.
scenes like that. Like how many times have you gone into? Just because they're FBI agents doesn't mean they've seen dozens of bodies.
Well, it just makes me think too.
In walls.
Was that guy the first guy she's killed? You think?
That's possibly.
Because then she kills the state police officer in Mexico too, and then
She what?
the police officer when they're waiting to cross back of the border, he shoots at her. She dodges it, shoots him in the head.
I don't even remember that part. Okay.
Like the border scene, it's coming up.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. In the car.
Because remember, like Alejandro was like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
okay.
they're not gonna do anything here, but you got to watch your bag about the state police." Okay, so it was hard for me to understand the Mexico scenes. Ooh, I don't want to take your joke.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's hard.
It's
Yeah.
super power.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. That's why I said it.
Of course, I've seen many memes of it too, but I wasn't sure when they were in Mexico because it wasn't yellow enough for the background and everything. Like there wasn't a filter on that.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was the director that started doing that? Was that the guy that did Traffic?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Steven Soderbergh.
Soderbergh. Like anytime it was Mexico, it's yellow. If you're in like the UK or something like that, it's like a bluish, like a green.
I think they were in DC, but yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. That would be fair. Have a little bit of blue here. So what notes do you have, Michael? Because I got a fucking ton.
Do you really?
And for example, as you're opening your book, so when she's like at the beginning raid, when the other like cop or whatever is like, hey, what do you want to tell them? She's like, tell them the truth. Like it already cements right there that Kate is about the honesty of what's going on, and that comes back later, which we'll talk about.
I think it makes sense why it takes such a heavy toll on her. Mm-hmm. Because she's like wrestling with all this shit in her brain, and by the end she looks like fucking Gollum.
Yeah.
As opposed to Josh Brolin just fucking shooting the
thriving.
breeze.
Yeah,
wearing
flip flops. Yeah, she's not wearing a shirt. Like whatever, dude.
And then Alejandro's just a machine, so like this shit just doesn't affect them.
Well,
Whereas
let's talk about Alejandro real quick. As you look for your notes, so
I mean, I just have my finger on them. I'm not looking for them, but okay.
So they said he was a lawyer. Prosecutor becomes hitman because the local drug cartel kills his wife, beheads his wife, and then throws his daughter into a vat of acid.
That's what they said.
So then my thought is, if he's a prosecutor, he's got to be in his mid-20s at least to start doing this kind of stuff. And then he's now in this movie, let's just say respectfully, 40. So has he been 45? Has he been a hitman for 20 years?
I mean, I don't know if he's a hitman.
He's basically a gun for hire, is what it seems like Brolin was saying, right? Because he's like, he'll go anywhere as long as he gets to the person that did this. So it seems like because he's Colombian, right?
No, he's Mexican, but he's working for the Colombians now.
Okay.
So I think the whole gist is the cartels are the Mexican cartels are too strong, can't control them. So they want to, as best they can, reinstate the Colombian cartel because I guess they have better relations and it's easier to have a grasp on them for the U.S. or something.
Right.
Something along those lines.
That's what Brolin explains near the end, right? Yeah.
And then he's used to facilitate that with bullets.
Yeah, many bullets. Yeah. Actually,
and big ass bottles of jugs of water where they do stuff to a guy and I don't know exactly what they did.
I wrote that down. That I was like, you hear like, and I was like, is he fucking him? Is he raping this guy? That's what I wrote.
And many times I've seen this movie, when I heard it this last, I'm like, is that what's actually happening?
Because I don't
know what the water's for.
Yeah, I didn't see that scene. I thought they were just gonna waterboard him.
I'm thinking that's what I assume.
But then he's pushing his dick on him, like to assert dominance, right? But then you hear the oomphs noises. I'm like, oh my god, is this guy getting fucking raped? Because I don't remember that in the movie.
Because also wouldn't you see water being?
You didn't see any water
dripped down that drain.
No, you didn't see anything.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just raw dog, dry, fucking. But that's the assumption, right?
That's wild.
He's getting the water jug to waterboard him. And then the guy's looking at Josh Brolin. He's like, why are you looking at me? Like, I was like, oh.
I'm just here to jerk off and watch.
Yeah, I'm here to sit in the corner and smoke my cigarette and fucking. So, okay, what notes do you have? What do you have? Because again, I got plenty.
Some of the lines pretty douche. Everyone's a douche. Everyone's terrible in this movie. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Other than the boss, Victor Garber. I guess
Okay.
he's not kind of a douche.
He
But
just lays it out for her, right? He's just kind of like, look, like this is what it is. This is what we have to do.
like Brolin's a douche.
Mhm.
Benicio's a douche.
I don't think Benicio's a douche though. I think he's just very much like he's direct. He's seen some shit, and he's kind of like he definitely has a soft spot for Kate. There's a note that I have where I was like, ooh, did they have a moment of like tension where he's like, you remind me of somebody that I really care about when she's in the bathroom after she almost got murdered, or not murdered, but fucked over by Brolin, or not Brolin. I'm sorry, Barenthal.
I don't know. He was pretty close to murdering her. I think you could say.
At the end, yes, he was willing to do it just so that way none of their organization, what they're doing is caught. But I don't know. I felt like he's probably talking about his wife, right? Like, you remind me of somebody that I love,
Or his daughter.
or that too. But then, I guess so, because that would.
Yeah, I was thinking more father-daughter thing.
Okay,
because then they say at the end, she reminds him of his daughter.
Ooh, I don't remember that. Who said that?
We just watched it
I know we did.
when they're at the table, when he makes her sign the thing.
I don't remember him saying daughter, but okay, that's fair.
I guess we can fast forward it. This part, you mean, looks.
Yeah, that's fake as shit.
Oh yeah,
That's fake as
it
shit.
is.
Even the other one, that's fake as
yeah,
shit,
it looks
yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably doesn't help. Godzilla's in the background too.
It doesn't help. Mothra just flew by.
Maybe you should have pulled that out.
That fucking random pterodactyl that just flew by. They're filming Lost World too. Okay, so what do you have? What notes? So douchey. For the most part, douche. Do you think Daniel was a douchebag?
He's kind of a dick.
A dick for sure, but
Yeah.
he's in a dick in a sense that
Just
he's like,
justifiably, but
yeah, he's like, what the fuck is going
Kind
on
of a
here?
dick, yeah.
Like, we're in the dark. You guys are doing this shit. We don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, what is going on?
this guy's a douche.
I think he's a douche in the sense that the note that I had here really quick, because when all those those dudes are in the room together as they're going over the plan, I was like, I wonder how many of those guys were at January 6th. Like, I wonder how many of those dudes are just there, like, we're doing the right thing, brother, and they're storming the Capitol. And
That leader of that of the special forces is a super douche.
which guy was that? Oh yeah, near
Kinda
the
half
end, yeah,
bald guy, yeah.
We're babysitting these fucking,
These fucking fucks.
yeah, and then he knocks down Daniel. He's like, it's okay.
Just let it happen, baby.
Yeah,
Let it happen.
yeah, he's a huge douchebag. So I was just thinking.
So like some of the lines that Alejandro has,
Mm-hmm.
I guess they land because he's so intense, but
Yeah.
they're kind of douchey in general.
Like
do
what?
Do you agree? It's like you're asking me how a watch works. Just keep an eye on the time. Like a little cryptic, a little too fancy.
Okay.
Nothing will make sense to your American ears. Like it's laying on kind of thick.
she's very green though, in essence, right? She hasn't been out of the country to do anything.
I just mean like as they're very movie lines.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Well, that's on.
But
That's
he has
on
to.
Sheridan. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's what I'm saying. But I guess he delivers them and he's super intense, so they kind of work. But I'm like, it's kind of a douchey thing to say, but all right.
Jealous.
Yeah, I guess so.
You jealous. You had.
I don't know why I closed that.
Yeah, so that's your only note. As you're looking through your notes, I have here why did they booby trap that shed?
I don't know. Something janky's going down there.
Okay.
Well, either it's a diversion to kill whoever's trying to see what's going on.
Okay.
Like, ooh, there's something in here. Let me check it. Or there's actually something in there, but I don't know what would
Well,
be
not
in there.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. What could they have possibly opened? Like they would, if it was booby trap.
Like
They
what's another head? Like, come on,
I know.
we've got 20 in the
More
house. What are we
bodies,
doing?
yeah, but now they're eviscerated. I think what do you have to do? Like open that slightly a little bit, and you got to cut a wire or something like that, so that
Yeah.
way it doesn't go off. Yeah. Although when they're driving through Mexico right now, that speed bump alone, I was like, oof! If I wasn't anticipating that.
Yeah.
Like knock you out of your truck.
That reminded me of something. I get a little angry about the alleys near my house because I live, off an alley.
Yeah.
And like the
right through.
asphalt's
Yeah.
super shitty right here.
Super fucking shitty.
Super shitty. I mean,
Like when I
it
have to
is.
drive
It's
through
not
it, so
great.
I circle back around. I'm hesitant.
Yeah.
Because my car's a little lower than yours, just a little bit, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna fucking something's gonna dip.
But it makes me angry because like down the street there's like a 7-Leaves and a gas station across the street. If you go across the street, like the alleys through there, or the 7-Eleven that's over there, like the alleys, super nice.
Awful lot of 7 name companies right here.
Super nice, super paved. I'm like, what the fuck? I only live like half a mile away, but I guess maybe it's a different city technically.
Could
but,
that be Artesia? No.
No, Linwood, but it's
Linwood always up to no good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got kind of pissed. I was like, is there something going on with my town? Like,
Yeah.
let's get these fucking roads worked on a little bit.
Well,
And then it made me think, like, who actually owns the alleys? Whose job is this? But I digress.
the local cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 Leaves is great. Shout out 7 Leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I like them all. So you don't like the Brazilian lemonade, huh?
It was too tart. So I don't know if they made it wrong.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I like it. I
Okay.
like it.
Was it sweet? when you had it?
It's not like a sweet. You're right though. It's not a sweet lemonade. I believe it is supposed to be a little tart, just because you have your condensed milk.
Yeah, but there's a little tart, and then there's fucking face.
It's not like that though. I don't think
That's how mine
it's
was.
not sour.
That's how mine was.
Okay, so yours is probably wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't like you. Like
I think it was right when they started serving them. So I was like, ooh, let me try this.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you look like you had like 6 warheads in your mouth at
And
one
I
time.
felt like Edward Scissorhands when he drinks the whiskey.
Yeah. He starts shaking
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah, and he falls on the ground because he's a lightweight. Let's see here. Josh Brolin. He's a good-looking dude.
He's very handsome. His fucking hair, so nice.
Perfect. It's perfect.
It's fucking
Who's he married to?
Josh.
Yeah. I
I'm
know
not
it's
sure. Are you
somebody.
thinking of his dad? Because his dad's married to Babs.
No, let's see. Josh Brolin's wife. He's married to Catherine Boyd.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. I thought there was somebody that was... Oh, it was Diane Lane. He's be married to Diane Lane.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah.
who I was thinking
Super
of.
cute.
Oh, yeah. I love Diane Lane. But Josh Brolin. Good-looking dude. But I can't not see him as not Thanos anymore. With his testicle chin and shit like
Yep.
that. But also, this movie was done before Thanos, so there's that scene where he's not wearing his shirt. I was like, oh yeah, he's not ripped right now, because he's a little more well off now than he was in this movie.
Does he have to get buff for Thanos?
He got
Isn't he all CG?
He's all CGI, yeah, but he's buffer now. Even for like Deadpool, he got a little cut and stuff like that.
He was in Deadpool?
He was in the second one.
I don't remember.
He was Cable.
I've only seen it one time. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
You haven't watched X-Men '97 yet, have you?
Just like the first episode and a half.
It's good. So I watched the finale a couple days ago. It's pretty fucking good. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to.
X-Men. X-Men. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
X-Men.
How do you say that fast? X-Men.
Stupid.
You started it. Let's see
That's
here.
my thing now. I blame people for my dumb joke.
Yeah.
Like, you're so
You start
silly.
the
Why am I
joke-
talking to
You
you?
start the joke and I laugh at it, and you're like, "It's so stupid."
So Silvio, the
Mexican cop.
police officer, I guess kind of corrupt, but I don't know. Who
Very
doesn't work
corrupt.
on
He
that?
is corrupt.
The saddest life.
If corrupt gave a fuck
Or
about
what-
a bitch, he'd always be broke. You never have no motherfucking endo to smoke. Anyway, corrupt with a K though.
That's pretty good.
Corrupt with a K. So yeah, he's kind of corrupt. And what were you saying? He what?
Well, he just works for the cartel,
Yeah.
smuggling drugs and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Does he have a sad life or the saddest life?
So
that's what I'm asking.
that's something that so as I said earlier, Silvio definitely. I don't think he had to die, because I thought maybe he got shot in the shoulder, and like, oh, he's not gonna be okay. But like, then I remember, oh no, yeah, he dead.
Oh yeah,
He got.
he real did.
Yeah. So very sad life, because not only does he have his child that loves playing soccer, but he says soccer, but then the dad says football. I was like, all right, guys, you got to choose one. And seems like a loving father, right? He wants to. I imagine he's doing this because wants to support his family.
Yeah.
But then I thought, this is I'm not trying to put it this way, but this is
Sounds like you're about to.
this is the way that they're living. But yeah, you're still helping with the cartel. I thought the cartel would be paying decently for him to smuggle that money, or smuggle the drugs.
not everyone's rich. They're
No,
just
I don't-
paying them a little extra something.
Yeah, I don't
something.
mean rich, but I just mean something where he's going to be at least in a
He doesn't live in a shack. It's just a regular ass
kind of
house.
shacky.
I think that's just Mexico. You're just so racist.
Okay,
it's just a regular ass kitchen, small.
Yeah.
I love the plastic over the table because that's how we do it.
I've never been to
I
Mexico.
think I need to put some plastic on this table.
Have you been to Mexico before?
Of course.
Okay, well, what do you mean, of course? What does that mean? What does
I would say yes, I have.
What does that mean? Because you're Mexican? I've never been to Mexico.
Not even to TJ or anything.
I don't desire it to go there at all. The main thing that keeps me from going there, it's not the violence, it's the violence. It's the grotesque violence, the murders, the beheadings like we've seen in this. Now I understand that for the most part the cartel, they need tourists to come in, because they have these legitimate businesses that they make money through and stuff like that. And there's one thing that I also know, Michael, is, sorry to touch your foot. You don't fuck with the cartel.
Okay.
There's many videos that I've seen where people have fucked with the cartel, or they were narcs or something.
Did they find out after?
Oh, they fucked around and found out for sure. And it's sad, but like it's even recently there was I think it was this lady, she had connections to a cartel, and I forgot what she was. She was a model, or she was part of. She was like a something super young, and she had posted something on Instagram about like a food that she was eating somewhere, and then dude showed up and lit her up because she had connections into the cartel, like just broad daylight, shot her dead, and just like it's again you don't fuck with these cartels, drugs, money involved, absolutely not. So Mexico and Brandon, um, likely not something to happen.
Not PB and J.
No,
Did not go together.
definitely not. They don't
Okay.
go together like rice and anything. Um, the scene right now that
Some
Mike and I,
rice and eggs and some spam and
oh
some
my
gravy and
God.
some
A little bit of
beef.
hamburger. So the scene right now where it's the border scene where they're trying to cross back into the United States, a very tense scene.
Very, very tense.
Do you know why they're rolling down their windows?
So the glass doesn't shatter in their
Yeah,
faces.
yeah. So they have a clear shot.
Yeah.
But it's weird because he's pointing through just to keep his line of sight on that car or cars. But that guy, so Donovan, what's his name? Something Donovan? Julian Donovan?
His real name?
Yeah.
It is
Thin lip white guy?
Jesus. Well, I mean, the character is Jeffrey Donovan.
Okay.
He's Steve Forsing.
Okay, so Jeffrey Donovan's the real name.
Yeah. No, that's the character name.
No, I don't think so. What's
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I had it backwards.
Yeah.
You fucking dumb fuck.
Yeah. So I like him a lot.
Jeff Donovan, yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't he in like a USA show or something like that?
he was for years. I think it was
Burn Notice or something?
Yeah, he was
Is that
like
what it was?
he was they exactly what it is. They burned him, so he had to work his way back to get his connections or whatever.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But great actor.
No doubt.
He's in the second Sicario as well. But anyway, so this is a very tense scene.
That guy, that's the worst tattoo, right?
Oh yeah, to have like the leopard print
Super dark hair leopard print.
for your hairline and
Yeah.
everything like that.
I guess if your hair grows back, but it's got to look weird under there too,
Yeah,
still, right?
you slightly see it. Like, is there something on your hair? Yeah. So, Brolin, when they're like, "Oh, we're gonna choose Kate to do this," when he waves at her, he's like, "Hey," like I'm
That's cute.
yeah, I'm Matt. And also how the Steve character called him Maddie. He goes, "What's up, Maddie?" Do you think that scene was ad lib where he's like, "How you doing?"
Talking about his peeing?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
It
it was
sounds like
too.
it.
He's like, "What does it look like?" It's yellow and there's spots of red. He's like, "Well, that's blood." Like,
It's super stupid, yeah.
yeah, so I'm hoping that. And look at that guy. I would not walk around with all that sweat on me and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh my god, these guys. Like, that's just. I understand. Like, that's the look.
Who sweats through their shirt like that? Like, yeah, that car must fucking reek.
Yeah, and that's an old Toyota. Like, and how come none of those bullets went through? Like, did they just go up? Like, oh man, what the fuck are we doing here? That's what she says.
Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, we can't just watch this movie.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's making like silence. Let's see here. Literally face down sleeping when Sylvia wakes up.
Yeah.
How do you?
Well, I mean, you do see him pour a little something in his coffee in the morning, and his wife gives
Yeah.
him that side eye.
Yeah.
So he's probably drunk. So he's
Still
a little hungover.
But to sleep literally face straight into the pillow. Here's the thing. I like to sleep on the ground, but only as a nap.
Yeah.
And only if it's carpeted. So I couldn't do it here, of course. But I'll lay face down, but I can't. I'm not gonna lay like
Right.
like on my.
You never put like the two hands together and like sleep on your hands?
No, because my arms get tired.
Like-
They get like that numbness.
Remember, like as a youth,
No,
you're
I
like,
didn't- I
oh,
didn't get that.
heads down, ass up,
It
whatever
was,
the
it
fuck
was
they said in
face
class.
down. It was face down, ass up. No, it was because we played
Thumbs
heads
up?
down, thumbs up.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
Heads up, 7 up.
Yeah, you have to. Was it heads up, 7
I
up?
think that's what it's called.
Okay, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. But then what's the 7 mean?
I don't know.
Should be heads up, 5 up, or heads up 1
I-
up. But yeah, you're right.
How did that game go?
I like that the guy's like kind of shirt's coming off him a little bit. So you put your head down, you cover you put your head
Yeah.
like you cover your side so you can't see, and then you put your thumb up, and whoever's they come up and just touch your thumb, right?
Right.
Then that means you have to figure out who you think touched your thumb. So let's just say the whole classroom puts their heads down, and there's 5 people that are it, and they touch your thumb. Then when you stand up when it's all done, like everybody touched somebody in a consensual way, and then you have to think who I think Mike did it. And if you're wrong, you're an idiot. You have to sit back down. But if you're right, you become it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
So what I used to do, because I'm a fucking
Douche.
trolling asshole. Yeah. The kids around me, I would touch their
You fucking
thumb.
asshole.
I would touch their thumbs sometimes too, so they think that they got tagged and stuff. So then, let's just say the 5 people that are it, there's 10 people standing. It's like, what? And then we didn't, they were like, we didn't touch it. It was great. I'd be fucking. Or what I would do is when I put my head down, I'd kind of peek a little bit from the opening of the desk between my desk and body, so I'd look for shoes.
Yeah.
And then I'd know the shoes. Yeah. But oddly enough, I was never it, so I still couldn't.
Nobody
guess right.
likes you. Yeah.
That's exactly. I sound like Woody the Woodpecker, but just manly. Yeah, that's probably right. But that's what. Oh, so right now we're at the scene where they're about to interrogate this. What is he? The cousin?
Yeah.
The cousin. Okay. So we'll see how that goes. So other notes that I have. I don't like that he's sleeping face down. Mixing liquor and coffee. Like I can't imagine how that would taste good to somebody. Now I know you're drinking the liquor to kind of take that edge off of your hangover. Just like when you drink a Bloody Mary or something like that the next day, there's still alcohol, there's vodka in it to take that edge off. But
So we went to Las Vegas. I don't know if I told you this.
yeah, you told me after you're already there. Which I might say also, everybody, Mike's birthday.
I did not.
And you told me before.
No, I did not.
Yeah, Mike's birthday just recently passed, so
Yes.
Mike turned the tender age of 43.
Did I?
Yeah.
Close enough.
You're 39.
Yeah.
And you were in Vegas. Mm-hmm. So did you have fun?
Yeah, it was lots.
Was it a good show?
Saw Love finally.
Is that a band?
The Beatles show.
Oh, okay.
The
Well, is it
Beatles-
all you needed?
The Beatles, Cirque du Soleil. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I went to the Sphere.
Mm-hmm. Inside of it,
mind blown.
You saw a show. What did you watch?
Well, it's just the whatever that it's called. Like Postcards from Earth, the little Darren Aronofsky nature documentary.
Sounds lame.
Yeah. Pretty mind blowing. I was like, oh my god, am I gonna float away when this thing turns on?
Yeah.
And then saw Interpol, the band Interpol.
You saw Interpol.
Saw Interpol.
Oh, I got it. It's way too late. You know what song I really like of theirs? Obviously PDA from their like first albums and stuff like that. But I really like Rosemary. Rosemary.
I think it's called Evil.
I think you're right. No. I don't think so, but I don't think it's called Rosemary either. But I know you want to look it up.
I want to look it up.
You want to look it up, but
I know I'm right. So just go
way too
and just
late.
apologize now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did you like their newer albums though?
They're okay.
Yeah, they're all right.
I love the song All the Rage Back Home.
Yeah.
I fucking love that song so much.
That's like
That might be my favorite
song,
song.
second song on their album or something like
Yeah.
that, newest album. Let me see here real quick. I can play a small little clip. We're not going to get fucking kicked off of anything.
Look up the song Evil and it starts. That the first line is Rosemary, right?
It might be. Let's see. Interpol. Keep talking about stuff though while I look this up.
Well, I can give you my little notes here. Let's
Ooh,
see where we go back.
little
here.
notes. Okay.
So the Silvio's kind of whole life, or at least in the movie, reminds me of the movie Elephant. Do you remember that film?
I thought it was Roland where they say Rosemary. Hold on. I'm going to play Roland. Wait, I pressed Stella as a driver.
You fucking dumb fuck.
I like this song too, but it's not. That's shit. He didn't say Rosemary in this.
Look up Evil.
I'm getting there. God, I hate you so much. You're talking about this
Anyway.
song, though. This one. That's All the Rage Back Home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when it picks up, like in that second, like it's
Maybe half the time. Maybe half the time.
like right here. I like that a lot.
Yeah, me too.
So Evil. Let's see. Okay, keep talking though. So what are your?
Do you remember the movie Elephant at all? I think it was a Gus Van Sant movie.
I
It was like,
didn't see it.
It was like the remake of, well, not a remake, like a telling of like a kind of like a Columbine school shooting or so.
Yeah, it's Evil.
But there's a character, I can't remember. I don't think it's like the blonde kid who's like in all the main blonde kid who's like in all the posters and stuff like that. I think it's just some like jock kid.
Okay.
But they're just kind of like walking through. You kind of the movie's like you just kind of follow everybody as the shit's happening. I think it kind of time jumps a little bit. Like this is their experience, and then this is this person's experience. So kind of Rashomon kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But this kid, I don't even think he has any lines. You just kind of follow him for a little bit through the day, and then it gets to the shooting, and he just gets shot.
Yeah.
So like his life is like, oh, it's your life is useless, and you're
Meaningless. Yeah.
yeah. So it kind of just reminded me of Silvio's like, oh, he just going through his life, smuggling some drugs, and then he just gets fucking destroyed, and
yeah.
life is meaningless. And it bummed me out a little bit.
And so not only do you leave your wife and kid,
Yeah.
or alleged wife. I mean, I don't know if they really established that they're married.
Why do you
I'm just saying, you don't
you
actually
think
know.
every Mexican's fucking an unmarried couple?
You never know.
Bastard kids?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking racist piece of shit.
Let's see here. So, but mixing liquor and coffee, that just seems disgusting to me. Let's see. I have so Benicio del Toro is a badass dude.
So I was gonna ask, do you like those kind of modern superhero movies?
Like the Marvel ones?
No. like the guy who's just amazing operative that's like undestroyable, like
Oh.
Equalizer or like Man on Fire or John Wick or Shooter.
When I think of John Wick, he
They
gets
don't have
hurt.
superpowers, but
Right.
they're just unstoppable forces.
Like at least in John Wick, he gets hurt.
That's true. It's a little different.
In
Equalizer, he's untouchable.
yeah, he does yeah, like with him and his fucking crooked hands and shit like that. Crooked hand. What was the other movies you said?
I just tried to think of like Shooter, I guess maybe counts towards that.
Yeah,
Like,
Mark
he's just the best.
Mark got damaged in that too. Like so you could be the best at what you do, and that's fine. But as long as you're getting hurt in the process, then I'm like, okay, at least they're human. Because when you like say Equalizer,
But like Benicio's superhuman in this.
I wouldn't necessarily say superhuman. I would just say he's been doing.
I don't mean like literally
I
superhuman,
know
but
what
like
you're saying. I know what you're saying. He's really, really good at what he does. Right? He's done it for a long time, assumably. Like those tracer bullets, so you see where you're shooting. Zap, 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 zap. So I would say that I like them because they could be entertaining. But yes, it's like he's not even bloody. He's not even sweaty. Like
Yeah.
what is this? But for the ones that should have a little bit more of a realism to them. Okay, so again, John Wick's like with what he's doing. Yeah, he's unstoppable. He could do anything. He's shooting these guns. He can use this gun. He knows how to do all this stuff. He knows how to do multiple types of fighting. He speaks multiple languages. Like we get it. Your dick is huge, but it makes me wonder if John Wick's dick has the long hair on the sides too, like it has drapey hair, and he slicks it back. He slicks it down just to go down his crotch pit. But do you like those kind of movies?
I do.
Okay.
Like Equalizer, like top 10 kills from Equalizer. I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this.
The one of fuck, what is his name? The Last of Us. Everybody loves him now. Pedro Pascal. Yeah. The way he gets destroyed is pretty rough. Like
Which one is he in?
He's in the second one.
Oh, okay.
Like he's on top of that, like
They kind of bleed together. I kind of forget.
it's like super stormy, and they're in like Rhode Island or something like that, and he's cutting him up, and stabs him and knocks him off the balcony or not the tower, and just falls to his death. He's already dead basically.
Right.
But I like when people are talking like in a car, right? And then they exit the car and the camera still stays on them, so their dialogue still keeps going, but their sound is different. So we're talking like this, and hey, Mike, so we're gonna go do this.
Okay.
Like it changes like that. I love those kind of shots.
Does that happen right now?
It happened earlier.
When they got out? Okay.
When they were gonna go into the plane the first time, and she's like, "We're taking a plane to this," and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna do," but like she's in the car and they close the door and they keep talking. And I also want to say this movie is beautiful, cinematography wise. Like
So the most impressive thing, at least for me, is the skies.
yeah, when they're walking to go do that raid.
Anytime there's a sky. Like,
Well, and they
it's
walk down under
fucking-
the and they just disappear into the
the
oh my
abyss.
God, yeah, like that's pretty gnarly.
But even right now, even when she's walking across the roof to go take a look at the border,
Yeah.
when they're driving, like amazing skies. And I don't know where they filmed this though.
Mexico.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I thought
Well,
That's
yeah,
a-
I guess the
that-
shots of Mexico, but I mean like the deserty shots. Like I'm sure it wasn't right there.
No.
Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe, but
Would you live that close to the border too? Like there's showing those houses and the border wall was there, and then there's like
oh god, no.
yeah, I wouldn't either. What if the house is $10,000? What if it was?
Oh, God,
they'll
yes.
pay you to live there.
Oh yes, please.
I wouldn't still.
I don't know.
Yeah, I still wouldn't. Even if it was like a big ass.
Very
fucking house,
interesting,
right?
yeah.
Like a
But like nothing's gonna. Well, I should say nothing. But shit's not gonna go down right there. Like it's gonna go down like where it's all deserty still.
yeah, but you don't know when if individuals are coming across there if they're gonna be like angry.
Again, I don't think every person who jumps.
I
over
don't
the
either.
border
I
is
don't
a
either.
fucking raging lunatic.
I'm just saying. I know for the most part they want to get a new country and have a better life, but at the same time, you don't know what someone's intentions are when they're coming over here. So like I 100% disagree when there's political figures saying like, oh, fucking rapists and murderers coming through. When I don't agree with that at all. But sometimes there are those occasions, just like there's some bad cops. Just you can't have a bad cop. You all gotta be fucking. Anyway. So the P bit was probably a joke and ad-libbed, I believe too. How many of those guys were at January 6th? Was this really filmed in Juarez? And I was thinking maybe for some of those shots.
It has to be. Yeah.
Okay, like really quick. All right, guys, we got 20 minutes driving through, in and out,
Yeah.
and let's see here.
Well, now I'm trying to think. I mean, we already watched it, so we can't see it now. But how many shots are established from the ground with the cars driving, as opposed to shots from inside the car. Because it'd be easier to do shots from inside the car. You just literally drive through and just like, we just have the camera on, just get some shots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They have 2 cameras set up in the middle
Yeah.
of the car and just get both angles of Emily and Benicio. You can rotate it around. You get some of Donovan. That's a great question. I don't know.
Like how many shots were camera on the ground and then cars driving by and it pans, left or right or whatever.
Yeah, because like when they get to that facility to get the guy, that could be anywhere.
Not that I'm worried about it, because I mean this is a multi-million-dollar production. I'm sure they can film in Mexico. It's no big deal. But
Yeah,
it's just
and have the security and people protecting them, but still. Border scene is pure suspense. Okay, then there was that guy getting raped? Because I don't know about
It's
that.
pretty
torture.
weird, yeah.
Again,
like I said, I never thought that before, but literally this last watch, I'm like, that's interesting.
And then
I don't think so, but yeah, it's interesting.
It's all Foley sound effects. Like so what is happening? He says her partner, what's his name? At the center
that's
now,
good.
like he doesn't even know who he is. Let's see here. He told her not to go in there when she's like, "Don't go in that bank."
Yeah.
And she still fucking did it. And obviously he told her for that exact reason, right? So there's no cameras, there's nothing outside the bank doing their thing. But then I thought about it. So you have Daniel, he tackles one of those people that are trying to make the deposits for the cartel. So that means there's likely a camera somewhere outside the bank too. So they're going to be seen either which way, right? But yeah.
But just dramatic effect, so they can show the shot of the camera, zoom in on it in the bank. So you're like, okay,
in the reverse of her,
people
being
have eyes
seen.
on her. Yeah,
Yeah. But then, do you think there was eyes on Daniel's character too?
from the outside.
Because like if Kate got
Did he go in?
Yeah, he went in the bank with her. Yeah. But like Barenthal went after her, right? And I didn't remember that scene. I was like, how did she connect it all? And then it was that little rubber wristband. But like, which stupid him to have that in his pocket. Why the fuck? But
Why would he take it out?
Yeah. Like, I get it. I don't like things in my pockets. That's why I have my bag, like my cross bag that I wear. I don't like a wallet. I don't like keys, anything in my pocket anymore. It's just in the way. So I know you still we use your wallet and stuff like that, and your wallet's pretty fucking thick. Like you have all those cards in it. Where is it? Where is it in your room? If it's in your room, leave it. Okay. You don't have
It's not that thick.
You don't have like a key dish that you toss your shit into? Like,
No, I leave it on my dresser.
Okay.
Or do I? Shit, people are listening.
Yeah, now you got to put it under your bed.
God.
Oh shit! Now you can't do that either.
Now I gotta slide those credit cards in my butt cheeks.
No, yeah, that's fine with me. Barenthal is great.
Always good.
Always good. He always has that like southern charm to him. Like
I don't even know if he's from the South.
I don't think
I
he is
understand
either.
what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
I don't
okay.
think he is either. But when he does that accent, like it's just he's like what do you think he whispered to her when they were drinking at the table? I think he was like, "I want to be inside you.
I'm gonna murder you."
Yeah, I'm gonna murder that pussy. Because she like immediately blushes, right? She's like, oh my.
He says, "I love your ratty gray shirt."
Yeah. Oh man, you'd look really good in a cosplay of Mary Poppins.
Do you like being quiet?
Do you think that devils wear Prada? What else? Do you want to go on a jungle cruise?
Do you live on the edge of maybe tomorrow? See that guy with the buses? Oh my god, looks so good.
Looks like cotton candy. I mean, you get like one shot a day at doing stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And you get like 10, 20 minutes to do something like that. And that's got to be early. That's got to be like 5 a.m. or something.
You think that's early? Or I think that's late.
I think it's early.
In the evening.
I think it's early.
Okay.
But you're right. It could be either which way. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So let's see here. Barenthal's great. Sexual tension between Kate and Alejandro. I thought there was, but you don't think so. Only
No, I think it's more like paternal.
Okay. So Silvio is just trying to support his family. That's the note that I have. And then he gets got. So is that something? Do you think that if you would do something like that for your family, like you're not making ends meet, but then there's an opportunity that comes up where you can have like, let's just say, an extra couple $1,000s come in a month, like so that way your wife and son have a better life. Do you think that's something that you would consider?
I'm kind of a pussy.
Yeah.
But,
you do break the speed limit.
Things
so that's pretty
change.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circumstances change. Yeah.
I think I would do it for my family. Like if it's real tough.
I've seen you steal. So
Yeah. No, you haven't.
I see no qualms.
Yeah. Let's see here.
See, that's just a normal ass kitchen. Why you fucking tell me like they live in a fucking shack, dude?
No, but like, look, you look at the way things are like laid out. Like
that looks exactly like mine.
It
What are you
does not.
talking about?
It does not in the slightest.
I hate you so much.
Oh my god, you fucking piece of shit. Let's see here. Brolin. Okay, I said Brolin's body before Thanos, but I really meant like more before Deadpool. When they walk down under the skyline, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Silvio had to die.
Okay.
Do you think he had to die?
In what sense? Like for the film?
Yeah.
Or just Alejandro could have let him live?
Could have let him live.
I mean, I guess.
But I think
it's one of those things like why leave witnesses, but
sure.
Doesn't seem like he cares anyway.
He wouldn't.
He wants people to know.
He's getting there. He's just trying to get to the top dude. I think it's also in a sense too that like, he's like, I have a son. He's like, okay.
Dramatically, like the bleakness
Yeah.
fits the movie. Mm-hmm. So there's that too.
So we're looking at the scene real quick where Daniel and Emily are talking and she's getting ready, and they have a very nice relationship. He's like a brother to her, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you need a new bra. Like he's just trying, like, we're worried about you. He's making fun of her later. Like your eyebrows look like shit. Which there's a slight age difference, you would think, right? Because Daniel's in this probably in his early 20s, and she's probably
early 20s.
I would say so, maybe mid. Because she's like our age. She's like a year or two older than us.
Okay.
Let me see here. Emily Blunt age. She's 41. So she's not, well,
a couple years, yeah.
Yeah. So she's not much. I think even Krasinski's 44. Anne Hathaway's 41. Like, so, Emily Stone, we could have went to high school with her because she's 35. Emily Blunt, not so much. Okay. Maybe, because you're 39. Yeah. Like, you could have went to high school with her. So could I.
So. Okay.
It's turned 38, yeah. I could have too.
Yeah, math is fun.
What do they call it in England? They call it like grade 11. They don't actually call it like high school. Yeah. Those fucking Brits making things all hard.
They call it kilometers.
I hate the metric system so much. So what other notes do you have? Anything else?
Yeah. Wait, have you seen the George Washington skit on SNL with Nate Bargatze? Where he talks about
I love Bargatze.
Weights and measures. Mm-mm. It's so stupid. Yeah, I'll show you after.
Okay.
Those T-shirts, like I said, get it together, lady.
Oh yeah, she looks rough as shit. Like that's why he makes the jokes. Like you've been wearing that shirt like once a week, every 1 week. Fuck.
It's the movie's so quiet. Other than I think it punches up the portions that there are sound like
when there's suspense.
Right. Yeah. Reminds me of No Country for Old Men. Like just barely any score. I think No Country has even less music, but this just
a lot more suspense. I would say.
Yeah,
a lot more tension.
Damn, I had that yellow joke, you son of a bitch.
Well, you started writing it, so when you were telling, because you still write your notes a little bit when I was getting here, you were still writing your notes, and you had said something about Mexico, and I thought to myself, I didn't write down the joke about it being yellow, so I said it out loud, and you're like, "Oh, you son of a bitch," because like you were just writing it.
The Alejandro wiping her tears at the end, dick move.
Why?
Well, because he
like you said, threatened
to murder her though.
Yeah,
I understand.
He's making it look like a suicide.
Yeah. Just super familiar because I remember watching a reaction. I watch a lot of movie reactions on YouTube because I have nothing else better.
Did you see the snippet of when Kendrick's what is his last song?
They Not Like Us.
Yeah. So it was like a bunch of people listening to it and just all their reactions, like, oh, like just.
I sent it to you.
Oh, was that what you sent me? Okay. Yeah, that's.
But yeah. So anyway, I watch a bunch of those. Okay. But there was one, I think it was just a couple of girls watching Sicario. So when he like wipes her tears, she goes, ew.
Again,
which it's true. Like it's acting fatherly towards her, but like still, you just threatened her life. Like it's like a power move. Yeah, it's super insulting.
Do you think that was all him ad-libbed with the tear wipe?
Did you ask me that?
I did
already. Yeah,
I did before we started recording.
It might have been. Yeah.
It
seems like
it takes a lot to cry on command. I think I can do it. Like if necessary, like because there's a few things I could think of.
Right.
Like my old dog, my friend's mom, not in that way, but like how much I miss her. But like there's a few things that I know I can think of that will likely make me cry.
Right.
And
I don't know if I can cry on command like that, but I do cry easy.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting.
So I don't know how to mesh those two skills.
Well, when I tell you that, like, oh, we watched this movie and I cried, and you're like, And like you don't scoff.
I don't say
you don't scoff. But like you don't say like, oh yeah, I cried too. Yeah. Because like even when we watched Everything Everywhere, I cried. And
I don't think I'm trying to remember. Did
know,
I say I did?
No.
I may have.
I cried during the fucking Avengers Endgame a few times.
You know what? I didn't cry during Endgame, but I got teary-eyed at the end of Infinity War when everyone's dusty.
Okay. Yeah, when like Peter came back, I cried because he embraced with Tony. When Tony died, when Black Widow died.
No, I don't think I did for those.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, I think more Infinity. Like
Okay.
when Vision dies and shit like that.
Let's see here. For a drug dealer, he is very calm. Like you have a gun pointed at you and your family, and he's just sitting there like, "What are you gonna fucking do?" And obviously, then his family gets iced.
Well, it's similar to how the cousin or the brother, whatever, that Benicio pulls over, because they think they're untouchable. Because at this point, they kind of have been.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Do you know who I am?"
Jefe.
Yeah. Like I'm a jefe. Like no one pulls a gun on me. I pull a gun on you.
Mm-hmm. Which I like.
Fuck me. Fuck you.
Yeah. Which I like the gun that he pulls out too from his bag. I was looking at that. I was like, I recognize that gun from somewhere. I think it's from to be honest, Counter-Strike.
Nice.
But it's a nice gun.
Oh yeah, he's in the bank too. I see.
Yeah.
But so yeah, they almost don't have a reason to be scared because
Who's gonna come at them?
yeah, who's gonna come at them?
Yeah.
The guy at the dinner table should know because he knows who Alejandro is. Like, oh, this guy's gonna fucking destroy.
Well, when
me.
you point that gun, you better be willing to shoot. Because if you ain't willing to shoot, what is that? What does he say at the end of that song? You gotta earn your keep, and you gotta
be good with the steel. You know what I mean?
You gotta be ready.
Regulators, mount up.
Let's see here. So when she's pointing at Alejandro at the end of the movie, that's actually when they do the reverse from his perspective. That's a far shot.
Yeah.
From her point of view, I'm like, oh, what is that like?
Well, he's a fucking crack shot.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, he shoots her later when she's pointing the gun at him when they're in the tunnels. That he's hiding behind Silvio, right? He's like, "Don't you fucking point your gun at me!" And then he moves him out of the way. And he shoots from like basically the hip, and hits her twice in the chest, and that was probably 20 feet. Like that's pretty accurate. So realistically, they're probably like I don't know, 50 feet away from each other, and she's pointing. I'm like, that's actually quite a far shot. Not to say that she can't be accurate with it, but that's a far shot. Mm-hmm. My final note is this movie is beautiful.
Yeah, I think all these shots they look amazing.
Yeah.
So the very end of the movie where the kids are playing soccer and then they hear the gunshot.
They stop for a second.
Yeah. And they go back on with their lives.
Mm-hmm.
I had just watched a clip of the band Talking Heads. They had that film Stop Making Sense. They have a song called Life During Wartime. It's funny because it's like this like a super upbeat song.
Yeah, I heard it.
But it's the lyrics are like living like, oh, you got bombs going off out the window. It's literally talking about life during wartime. Like, I guess it's like the juxtaposition of like trying to maintain a normal life while all this craziness is going around you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's exactly how that movie ends because everyone's like, oh, there's gunshots. Oh well, back to soccer.
Yeah, they're just desensitized of it.
Yeah, because what you're supposed to do, like, be a fucking shell of yourself, like Kate ends up being, and just live your life like that miserably, and probably kill yourself at some point, or just try to manage.
Yeah,
it's just interesting.
Like I feel like you hear it so often, you probably get used to it, in a sense. But I mean, it's such a violent area of Juarez as well. Like it's like, oh my god, like you're probably hearing it all the fucking time.
Yeah,
and that can even.
But like I said, like we don't live in a place like that. Like,
no.
Do you just live in a constant state of fear, or you just go about your life with like kind of extra sensory, like your like little antennae up, knowing like, oh, something dicey's going on. We just get out of the situation. Like how do you live your life?
It kind of parallels to what's going on with Gaza and stuff like that now, right? Like,
oh yeah, that too.
People getting bombed, innocent people being told you have to move from here to here. Or you're gonna, and then like it's they're in constant state of dying too, and they are. There's protests recently. Not recently. I mean, it's happening all over the place, like in colleges. UCI, the ones I can think of most recently. It's just, there's such atrocities happening, and
he looks so angry.
And they walk so fast.
Yeah.
Why are they walking so fast?
They got places to go.
Look at Khalid,
beers to drink.
Yeah. There's a scene where they just got told like, "Hey, fucking deal with it." Like when they went to go cry to daddy, and they're like, "Well, fucking, what do you want me to do, Kate?" And like, "You motherfuckers!" And so you got Alejandro that's following them, which actually like. he does that like deep sigh, like,
These fuckers.
yeah, I gotta follow him to the bank.
But that's kind of on them too, right?
I said bank. I meant bar. Go ahead.
Like, as much of the dark as they left them, like, what do you expect people to do? Like, these are professionals. Like, they want to know the score.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, this is who you chose. Like, why are you getting angry at her for not being exactly what you, not going lockstep in with you, completely blind?
Yeah.
Because if anyone knows anything, like, oh, everything is good, and this is how we're operating until maybe shit hits the fan or something gets out, then who are they going to blame it on?
Yeah.
It's the scapegoat. It's her signature on whatever that form is that they leave at the end, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they always tell us at work, like, oh, your bosses aren't your best friends because when shit goes down, like, oh, hey, we have this, you signed this saying this policy, meaning you knew exactly what's happened. So what happened? I'm like, okay, well, all right.
Yeah. And that's not, it's not wrong. Like at the same time, yeah, you're agreeing to something. You're saying, I understand this. And this is my name on this, saying like, I get it. And then, yeah, you fuck up, you get hurt or whatever it is. It's like, what are we supposed to do? You forced our hand. I mean, there's times when I being managers and shit like that, where the people that I would manage aren't doing their job right. It's like, hey, you agreed to this stuff, and I give them chances. It's like, we'll talk about it, and then I have to document it and stuff like that. And I don't want to have to document anything. I want you to just do your fucking job. I don't want to even talk to you, and I say that in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, do your fucking job. You'll have so much autonomy. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do.
I want to clock in, clock out.
Yeah.
Hello, goodbye. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I'll talk to him, but it's
No,
like,
but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, hey, the less I have to talk to him, the better.
yeah, like you can go on your Instagram, you can be texting your significant other. As long as you're getting the job completed, I don't give a fuck. So, I had to fire somebody recently. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, I greatly.
But that's true as well. But I'm talking about specifically like, oh, we're all gonna do this. It's a little shady, but we're all on the same boat until shit hits the fan. Then they're gonna find someone to blame it on. That's
it's a trickle down effect, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like, oh yeah, hey we're doing this
fucking
operative.
Matt's not going down for it. That's for goddamn sure.
No, he's not.
Fucking
He's not.
Alejandro's not going down for it. Like it's
well, nobody even knows who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's the one who's gonna go down for it. So.
Look at Barenthal. Look at that charming
handsome
motherfucker. God damn it.
Tight
I don't like
shirt.
the haircut too much because he just looks like
It looks exactly like yours.
yeah. But he has the handsome face.
Oh yeah, it's a little square, huh?
Yeah,
it needs a little more fade.
It's like a
little
Bart
tighter.
Simpson. It's a Bart Simpson hair. It just goes up.
Yep.
I don't think the fade. I think if I honestly like a part in hair. I think he looked good
That's true,
with a
too.
slight like part like to go over.
Yeah.
Because it's like Brolin's
All right,
almost
stop
just.
eyeball fucking him,
I'm
Kate.
looking-
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
she's ready to fucking just take his load, like fucking
right out her gray shirt.
yeah, just cream pie. No. She's okay. So here's the scene where they're all giggling and stuff, and they're giggling, they're pointing at one another. That lady's flirting with Daniel a little bit, and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking impregnate you," and she's like, "Oh, hello."
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. These eyebrows.
Yeah, or he's like, "I'm into breeding." Yeah, I like to share. Anyhow. So I enjoy this movie. We don't have another movie picked
pegging?
out.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, what?
Yeah. You pegged me. We don't have another movie picked out because we're going to have some special guests next week that we're asking them to choose the movie for us. But not next week, but the next episode, I should say. So we'll have it in the bio of this episode, the movie that we're going to watch. And Mike, did you like this movie?
I did. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's a nice transition that he was about to pick her up, and then he
very
picks
cool.
he picks her up over here too. It's very solid. I did just notice that she had a yoga ball in the background. It was like a blue yoga ball, like she's ever using that.
No.
No, she's not at all. Anyhow, and I think about this right now real quick too. So I think she was already with Krasinski at this time. I feel like it would be like difficult. I know they're actors, but to watch my partner like do these kind of scenes and stuff like that, oh man. Because I could be a jealous boy, and that's just. But then he's kissing people and stuff too.
That's true.
It's got to be squares, right? Hey, John, you kissed Jenna.
His might be a little because like they're like known like for forever as a couple. Him and Pam.
Yeah.
So that might be a little rough too.
Yeah. Well, I've heard some ish about them too in real life, like John and her, like a little dicey stuff, like
Really?
that he's not quite like
A saint as he's
yeah,
portrayed.
yeah. But nothing's been confirmed because there was a Reddit that I used to follow. I think it was called faux something, and it would be like celebrity drama and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
yeah. But anyway, so we don't have the next episode, so I apologize, but you can submit movies that you want us to watch at specrapular@gmail.com. And Mike, why don't you go ahead and take us away?
So I thought I was in the shower. I was like, "Oh wait, what song am I gonna do this time?" So Sicario sounds like a. I got this movie on my mind all the time. Sicario. I'm watching movies with my bestie. Specrapular. Huh? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
That's pretty good, right?
Look at you actually.
I'd actually
doing
thinking about
something.
it.
Yeah, you actually.
Who thought effort would pay off?
Who'd have thought a little bit of planning can go a long fucking way?
House the studio, guys, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, you guys can actually hear that because we're gonna block all that out because we cannot get sued.